David. I don't know if anybody who watches videos is actually named David, but if you are named David, then like down below, I guess, or like down below if you're not named David too. Anyway, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video of D-I-Wyatt, and today we're making the clone Commando helmet, one of like the coolest helmets there is. So it's been a while since I last posted. I think my last post was in like October maybe, and yeah, it's past then. So it's been a long time, but I've been doing some stuff, so I'm really sorry about that. But I want to get back into this channel and start making stuff for you guys, some cool helmets. So yeah, just want to say that before we get started. Make sure to like down below and subscribe, because it really means a lot to me, and it helps me want to make more of these videos. Oh, sorry. Cue the intro. Yeah. So you're gonna need a few stuff for this. You're gonna need, number one, hot glue and a glue stick, or glue and a hot glue gun. Okay, this is like a really cheap one that I got for like $5 at Ace Hardware. I don't know. You're gonna need cardboard too, because this thing's been made out of cardboard. You're gonna need stuffed paper mache. I'll get into that later. And you're gonna need some spackle, and that's pretty much it. And of course some water for the spackle too. And then we're gonna need some spray paint and stuff to weather it, and it's gonna look really cool. And of course some blue lighting gel. I don't have it with me, but some blue lighting gel for the visor piece. I'm gonna put a picture of the helmet right there. Yeah, right there. So if you guys want to see how it looks, you can always look up clone Commando helmet. Captain Gregor's one is an example, and yeah. So the truth is, I actually started making this helmet a few months ago, actually. I made this little dome for it, but that was pretty much all. Now this dome was made by RGR Productions way. It's like a he's just a genius. Like, how do you make this without, like, it's just crazy. Anyway, so check out his channel. He just reached like 50,000 subscribers. It's crazy. Check out his Bad Batch. I like his Bad Batch a lot. I like his Captain Hauser. A lot of good stuff. A lot of clone trooper helmets, and I really love that. Check out him because he really inspired me to make this stuff. And if you want to know how I made this, check out his channel, because he always talks about how he makes his helmets, like really in detail. So I made this 5 months ago or so, talking about it then in a video, but I lost that video, so just check out his video to see how to make this. So I have this, and I also have the faceplate, which is pretty easy to make. I don't really need to show a video for this, because all you do is like just kind of make the shape you want. Look at the pictures. It should look something like this shape is what I came up with, and I also made it at like see how it's like a curve right there? That's gonna line up so it kind of like goes outward instead of straight down, if that makes any sense. And we're just gonna glue this on here and start working from there. Look at some pictures, and I'll just do a time lapse. So yeah. Wait, slap. So I looked at the pictures, and I just cut out the shapes that I wanted and just glued them together to make the faceplate. That's pretty much it. Okay guys, it's day 2, and now we're working on the supports for the helmet. The supports are basically for like when we paper mache it and it starts to dry. That's gonna get really heavy and it could collapse in on itself and dry like that, and we don't want that, so we put some supports in there. I also made these side pieces while I was at it, just by just kind of trial and error and cutting them out and gluing them together, and it came out like that, so I'm kind of proud of that. Then I started working on the mouthpiece, and I don't really know what to say for this. Just kind of like cut out a bunch of pieces and glued them together. Looked at the picture a lot and made the shape that I wanted, and yeah. Now once the face was done, it was time to make the rest of the helmet. So for that, I just rolled up a piece of cardboard and just kind of wrapped it around and did the details from there.
So the helmet has like a kind of like band that goes around it, and the band is kind of raised from the helmet. So I used this technique where I just did a bunch of pieces of little pieces of cardboard, and I just wrapped them all around, glued them together, and then it'll make it easy for the band to just wrap along there at an angle, which is what it's like in the real helmet. I'm not doing much here. I'm just kind of doing some detail pieces in the back. And here's the helmet so far. I really like how it's coming along, and I like the how it's not just like straight. It's kind of like curved at an angle, and even the back is kind of curved. So I like that. The helmet's looking really good, but there's just one little problem. It's kind of big. Yeah, so I have an idea of what I'm gonna do for this. I've done it a lot in previous videos, and I use it a lot. I'm gonna put some sponges up top, and just that'll really raise it up for my head a little bit.
Hello guys, it's time to spackle now, the helmet. I'm not going to use paper mache because that's just going to weigh down a lot and I'm worried that it'll collapse into it. So instead I'm just going to spackle it. I'm using some spackle. This spackle, basically it's pink when you put it on, but then once it dries it turns white. So you know that when it turns white it is dried. So it's a good spackle. So you just need some water, some spackle, maybe like a putty knife, but I don't really have that, so I just like put it on with my hands. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you wait for it to dry, and we're gonna sand it down. Okay, guys. So the helmet is spackled and sanded and brushed off, and I gotta say, it's looking pretty good. So we're just gonna spray paint this white now. It's all sanded off and nice. We're just gonna spray paint it shiny white or matte white, depending on the look that you're going for. I'm gonna do shiny white first. Then if I want to weather it, then I will. But you know, yeah. If you want to make it look more worn out and dirty and badly worn, then you want to do matte white. Okay, guys. So I was just about to spray paint and add some more details when I saw this. So as you can see, there's like little like chips and cracks in the spackle, which this could either be bad if you want it to be like really shiny and new, but if you want it to be like old and kind of worn out and have like chunks taken out of the helmet, I think that would be a cool look. So just something to keep in mind. Anyway, after that quick side note, it's time to add on some more details that I wasn't gonna spackle on. Just some like cardboard, cardboard pieces on the back and on the front, and then we're gonna spray paint it.
Yeah, so the spackle did kind of crack like a lot, and it kind of like split apart the glue. I don't know, but I don't think I'll use spackle in the future. I'm gonna try to use resin. So, but if you do have spackle, I would recommend using that to kind of hide that cardboard texture. But I'm gonna use resin in the future. And here it is, fully spray painted. It's looking very nice. I like it. Now I'm going to put in the blue lighting gel in between the eyes. I'm using blue lighting gel for this, and we're just gonna take some and tape it in, and that's pretty much it. I like to use blue lighting gel for a lot of my visors, but when you do this, make sure to tape it in, like heavily tape it, and don't really use too much hot glue because it could melt it. So after it was all taped in, the visor has a funny effect where it kind of goes from like dark to light. So I took some Sharpie and just kind of like shaded it in using cross hatching, and just from the top, from the bottom to almost the top, I just shaded that in. And while I had the Sharpie, I did some extra lines on the helmet. It looks really shiny and new right now, and you could keep it like that. But clone commandos are like really in the battle, and I want this to be really battle worn and scratched. And so I'm using this black paint with water to weather it. So basically, what you do to weather is just take a cup of water, put some black paint in it just a little bit, and then take a brush and just smear it all over the helmet and dab it off. You'll see. There's one last thing I did. I added little string lights on the inside of the helmet, just taped them in, and it gave this really nice effect that I like because the helmet does glow. And after spackling it, spray painting it, adding lights, doing all this stuff, and weathering it, it's done. So normally I would have music here, but my storage is full on my computer, so I know I'm so good at beatboxing. So, final overview of the helmet, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It looks like a Commando helmet, but it doesn't look too realistic, but it does look cool. It does have a lot of cracks in it, so that's going to take off a point, but overall, yeah, 7 out of 10. And it does light up, so that's cool. Before we end this video, make sure to like down below and subscribe, please, because it really helps me out, and I'll see you later.